Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anne. On today's tutorial, we are going to be working up this cropped sweater. We'll start by making our back panel, then we make our front panel, and the last part of the tutorial is going to be our neckline. Anyway, happy crocheting. Let's get started. This is the yarn we're going to be using. It's called Super Saver and it's 400 meters and 200 grams. You should have at least 5 of these. We're going to be using a 3mm hook, a pair of scissors and a tape measure. We're going to start by making a slip stitch. And we are going to start by making a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are going to make a chain of 92. We are done with our chain of 92. We are going to measure our chain. Your chain should measure up to 21 inches. Chain 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th chain from the hook, we are going to insert our hook, pull through, then we are going to yarn over, and in the same stitch, we are going to insert our hook, pull over. We are going to have first 4 chains on our hook, and we're going to pull through all the 4, and then we're going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, insert your hook, pull through your yarn, yarn over. In the next stitch, in the same stitch, pull through your yarn. You should have 4 chains on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, insert your hook in the next stitch, pull through your yarn, yarn over. In the same stitch, pull through your yarn, yarn over, pull through all the 4 loops, then chain 1, skip 1 stitch, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, and pull through, chain 1. We are going to be repeating this stitch until we have 2 stitches left. At the end of our row, I'm going to meet you guys there. You should ensure when you get to the end of your row, you have 2 stitches left. For me, I have 3, so ensure when you are chaining your work, you use an even number. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip this 1 stitch. On to the next stitch, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, insert our hook, and pull through all the loops. And then we are going to get rid of this last stitch, just like that extra stitch. Then we are going to move on to row 2. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and you're going to insert your hook on this space, yarn, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1, skip over to this space again, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, insert your hook on this space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 4, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. Insert your hook on this space, we are going to be repeating this until you get to this point. I'm going to meet you guys there. We are at the end of our row. We are going to chain 1, and once you get to this point, we are going to skip over to this chain 3 space that we made when we started our row. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 4, and we are going to chain 1, 2, 3. Our work is going to be a repeat of row 2. until you have a total number of 43 rows, and you're going to make 2 matching panels. I'm going to meet you guys after that, and the stitch is called the Elizabeth stitch. We are done with our 43 rows of the Elizabeth stitch. So we are going to finish off our row. You're going to chain 1, and we are going to be making single crochets on top of our stitch. So you're going to be making single crochet in every stitch. Keep making single crochets until you get to the end of your row. I'll meet you guys there. We are at the end of our row. We are done with our row of single crochet. So we are going to measure our work. Your panel should measure up to 13.5 inches. We are going to join them together. We are going to start counting so that we get our shoulder area. So we are going to count 1 up to 28. This is my 26th stitch. So I'm just going to move it to my 28th stitch and put a stitch marker there. And I'm going to count this other side as well. I'm going to move this to my 28th stitch and put a stitch marker there, and this is what you should have. I'm going to count the other panel as well. I'll meet you guys after that. We are going to turn our work onto the wrong side. When we did our single crochet row, we did not cut off our yarn on this side, so we are going to pull through our yarn, then make a chain of 1. Turn your work this way, and on this very first stitch, insert your hook and make a single crochet. In the next stitch, insert your hook, make a single crochet. In the next stitch, insert your hook, make a single crochet. In the next stitch, insert your hook, make a single crochet. Keep joining your work until you get to the point where you placed your stitch markers. We are going to remove our stitch markers, and we are going to crochet these 2 stitches together, and I'm going to make my last single crochet, chain 2, and cut off your yarn. We are going to repeat this on this other side, and I'll meet you guys after that. We are going to start joining our side panel. We've already joined our shoulders. So to join our side panel, we made a total number of 43 rows. We're going to count from down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th. On the 11th row, put a stitch marker. Count the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and put a stitch marker. We are going to join these together. Take your yarn, make a slip stitch. We're going to insert it on our very first row at the bottom here. Insert your hook, pull through your yarn, make a slip stitch, insert your hook, pull through your yarn, make a slip stitch. You're going to be joining your work using single crochets, so ensure the rows match up. Moving on to the third row. You're going to keep joining your work using single crochet until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys after that. We are done with our row. You're going to make 2 slip stitches and cut off your yarn. Join the other side as well, and I will meet you guys after that. For the sleeves, we are going to start by making a slip stitch, and we are still using our 3mm hook. Make a chain of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make a chain of 64. I'll meet you guys after that. We are done with our chain of 64. We are going to measure. Your sleeve should measure up to 14 inches. After that, you're going to hold off your first stitch and you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth stitch from the hook, you're going to insert your hook, pull through your yarn, then yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch, pull through your yarn. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 4, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, in the next stitch insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook in the same loop, pull through. We have 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1, insert your hook in the back loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through, pull through. You have 4 loops, chain 1, skip 1. You are going to be repeating this until you have 2 stitches left at the end of your row. I'm going to meet you guys there. We are at the end of our row. We are going to skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch we are going to insert our hook, pull through our yarn over, insert your hook, pull through your yarn, chain 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and we are moving on to our second row. Insert your hook on this space, yarn over, insert your hook. You have 4 loops on your hook, pull through, chain 1, insert your hook on this space, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, you are going to repeat this until you get to the end of your row. I'm going to meet you guys there. We are at the end of our row. We are going to be working in this chain 3 space. Insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1, 2, 3, turn your work, insert your hook, pull through, insert your hook, pull through. Our work is going to be a repeat of row 2. We are done with our sleeve. I've done a total number of 45 rows. So you're going to measure your sleeve. You measure from here up to down here. We have 14 inches. So we are going to move on to our next row, which is going to be a single crochet row. Chain 1, turn your work this way, and make single crochet in every stitch that is available. Keep making single crochet until you get to the end of your row. We are done with our single crochet row. We are going to repeat what we did on this sleeve on the other sleeve, and I will meet you guys after that. Before we add our sleeve, we are going to make single crochet on top of our remaining stitches. So on this front panel, we made a total number of 43 rows. It's equal with the back panel, so you take 43. We've joined 11 rows together, so 43 minus 11 rows, that is 32 rows remaining. We are going to be placing single crochet in every row that is remaining, and we are going to be adding our single crochet onto our wrong side before we add our sleeve. So insert your hook, make a slip stitch, insert your hook in the same stitch and make a single crochet, and in the next stitch make a single crochet, 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 in the next stitch make a single crochet. And we are going to be making single crochets in every stitch until we get to the shoulder area. I'm going to meet you guys here. We're going to insert our hook on this stitch, and we're going to insert it on the other stitch, and we are going to make them as one stitch, just like that. That is going to be an extra stitch. So this side from here up to this stitch, we have 32 stitches, plus this one, it's going to be 33 stitches. So we are going to continue on to the next side, and we are going to be making single crochet in every stitch. I'll meet you guys once we get to this point. We are done with our single crochet row. We're going to make a slip stitch on that stitch, make a chain of 2 and cut off our yarn. You're going to repeat this on the other side as well. I'll meet you guys after that. Start adding our sleeve, and we are going to be doing this on the wrong side of our work. So we are going to start working from this point right here. Insert your hook on this stitch that you made and pull through your yarn and make a slip stitch. And on the very first stitch, you're going to insert your hook, pull through your yarn and make a single crochet. And we are going to be joining our work using single crochet, just like that, and ensure all the stitches match up. So on the sleeve, we had 64 stitches on top, so I just put my stitch marker on the 32nd stitch, and on this side we had 32 plus 32 is 64, and we had an extra stitch for our shoulder area. We are just going to insert it somewhere. Just ensure everything match up. So we are going to be joining our work using single crochet. So keep joining your work until you get to the shoulder area. I'm going to meet you guys there. We are at the shoulder area. This is the extra stitch that we made. We're going to insert our hook and join it on this stitch. And from there on, we are just going to keep joining our work using single crochet until we get back to the point where we started. So we are going to join this part together. We made a total number of 45 rows for our sleeves. So ensure you join 45 rows together. So we are going to, don't cut off your yarn. You're just going to make a continuation of our stitch. So join using single crochet, nothing fancy really, and just ensure all your stitches match up on both sides. Keep joining your work until you get to this point, and I will meet you guys there. We are done attaching our sleeve. This is what you should have. Don't cut off your yarn. We are going to turn our work onto the right side. We are going to be making single crochet before we make our cuff. So on every stitch, just make a single crochet. Keep making single crochets until you get back to this point. You should have 63 or 64 single crochet stitches. We are on our last stitch. I'm going to make my extra stitch there. And then from here, I'm going to make a chain of 24 to start off making our cuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to chain 1, and on the second chain from the hook, I'm going to make a slip stitch. So keep making slip stitches until you get to the end of the row. We are back at this point where we started. We are going to skip 1 stitch and make slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. Turn your work this way. Skip these 2 slip stitches that you made and make slip stitches. And make back loop slip stitches on your chain. Keep doing this until you get to the end of your row. We are at the end of our row. Chain 1 and make back loop slip stitches. Until you get to this point. I'll meet you guys there. We are back at this point. We are going to skip 1 stitch and in the next 2 stitches make slip stitches. Turn your work. And make a slip stitch. We are going to be repeating this until we have 3 stitches left at the end of our row. I'm going to meet you guys after that. We are back at this point. We are almost done with our cuff area. This is what we have at the moment. So we are going to skip 1 stitch and then we are just going to join everything together using a slip stitch. So insert your hook on this side and insert it on the opposite side and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook on this side, on the opposite side and make a slip stitch. Insert your hook and make a slip stitch. We are going to repeat this until you get to the end of our row. We are at the end of our row. We are going to cut off our yarn. This is what you should have. Ensure it fits your arm comfortably. So we are going to repeat what we did for this sleeve on the other side, and I'm going to meet you guys after that. We are going to start making our bottom ribbing. So first things first, make your single crochet row. After you've done that, we are going to start making our ribbing. Make a chain of 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Chain 1, and on the second chain from the hook, make a single crochet. Keep making single crochets. I'll meet you guys when you get to the starting point. We are back at this point. We're going to make our last stitch. Then we are going to skip this stitch, and in the next 2 stitches, we're going to make single crochets. Then we are going to turn our work, and we're going to skip these 2 single crochets we've made, and we're going to make back loop, single crochets in the stitches that are going upwards. So just make your back loop single crochet until you get back to this point. After you get to this point, chain 1, turn your work and make back loop single crochet. Keep doing this until you get back to this point, and I'll meet you guys there. We are back at this point. We are going to skip 1 stitch. In the next stitch, make a single crochet. In the next stitch, make a single crochet. Turn your work and skip these 2 single crochets that you made and make back loop single crochet. And we are going to be repeating this row until you get back to this point, and I will meet you guys there. We are done with our bottom ribbing. This is what you should have. We are going to start working on our neckline. This is what I have at the moment, and this is the yarn I have left. Hopefully it's going to be enough. So take your yarn, make a slip stitch. After you've made a slip stitch, on one corner of your work, insert your hook and make your very first slip stitch. And then on the very first stitch, insert your hook and make a single crochet. Onto the next stitch, make a single crochet. Onto the next stitch, make a single crochet. And we are just going to be making single crochets all around our stitches. When you get to the corner stitch, you are going to do a decrease, just like that. And it will move us to the other side as well. Do another decrease, just so that our neckline can look more rounded. Keep making single crochets until you get back to this point where we started, and I'll meet you guys after that. We are done with our row of single crochet. We are going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are going to be making back loop single crochets. When you get to this point, make a slip stitch on this stitch and make a slip stitch on the next stitch, just like that. Turn your work this way, and you're going to be making back loop single crochets. You should have 4 stitches, chain 1, make back loop, single crochets, when you get to this point, make a slip stitch in 2 stitches and turn your work this way. So you're going to be repeating this until you are done with your neckline. I'll meet you guys after that. We are done attaching our neckline. This is what you should have, and we are officially done with our cropped sweater. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe and let me know what you think in the comment down below. Have a good day. Bye bye.